Hey, what's up guys? It's Jordan. Today's next to my Pokemon top 5. This is top 5 Dark types. I'm so excited to do this top 5. Dark type's easily one of my favorite types of Pokemon. Not because it's better against other types, it's one of the best defensive types, the best attacking types. It's not. It's just an awesome type. I love Dark types. I just love a lot of Dark type Pokemon. So this list is just... I've been so excited to make this. So of course, two things to note before we get started. One, this list will not include legendaries. I plan on making a list in the future just for them. And second thing, this list is based on my personal favorites. It's impossible to list the best because everyone has different opinions. So if you don't agree with my top 5, make sure you let me know yours in the comment section below. And of course, make sure you hit that like button because you know your support is greatly appreciated. Now, like my last top 5, I have honorable mentions because it's Dark types. I absolutely love Dark types and they need to be honorable mentions. Now, this hurts me to do these honorable mentions. I'm mismentioning more Pokemon that I like, which should be fine. But it hurts because all these honorable mentions are Pokemon I want in my top 5. Because I should have made it a top 10. It should be a top 10. You can count this as a top 10 if you like, because I got 5 honorable mentions. So I got 5 honorable mentions and 5 in my countdown. So top 10, sort of, kinda. But I'll just quickly go through the honorable mentions. First honorable mention, I'm sorry, Tyranitar. Badass Pokemon. I'm sorry, insane Pokemon. Absolutely love Tyranitar. Man, I wish Tyranitar could have been in my top 5. Tyranitar, okay, I'll just make this a top 6. Tyranitar is awesome. I absolutely love Tyranitar. It's insane. It has a Mega Evolution. It's got an awesome typing. Great moveset. I've used Tyranitar so many times. It's just, I've got nothing bad to say about Tyranitar. My second honorable mention goes to Sharpedo. I mentioned Sharpedo in my top 5 water type all that way back when I made that video. Sharpedo is just awesome. You heard what I said about Sharpedo. It's a shark. I love shark Pokemon because I love it because it's a shark Pokemon. It looks badass. It's got an awesome typing. It's brutal. That's what it is. It's a brutal type. And yeah, I just love Sharpedo. Third honorable mention is Bisharp. I've used Bisharp a few times. Love its dual typing of Steel and Dark. It's just awesome. Awesome design. It's an awesome physical Pokemon, which I just love to use. Fourth honorable mention, Cacturne. I've used Cacturne plenty of times. I love its dual typing of Grass and Dark. Just an awesome Pokemon. I just really wish in the anime that James's Cacnea had evolved into Cacturne. It doesn't really matter because James gave away his Cacnea to Gardenia anyway. But still, I would have loved to see Cacturne because it was Team Rocket, so it's they got bad Pokemon disposed to. So I would have loved to see James use Cacturne. I'm actually currently using a Cacturne in one of the Pokemon runs I'm doing. And then last honorable mention being Absol. A lot of you love Absol. Absol's just an awesome Pokemon. It has the Mega Evolution. It's pure Dark. It's just awesome. I got nothing to say about Absol. Absol's just awesome. So I got that out of the way. Moving on to my top 5. Top 5 Dark Pokemon. Coming in the number 5 spot, we've got Houndoom. I love Houndoom. If I've not mentioned already, my favorite animal is a wolf. Now, Houndoom isn't a wolf, but it's a dog. And because I love wolves, I love dogs. I'm definitely a dog person over a cat person. I love dog Pokemon. To have Houndoom, who's a freaking hellhound. Houndoom's awesome. I talked about him in my top 5 fire types. Back in my first top 5 idea for this. Houndoom's just insane. Actually, I think Houndoom was number 5 in that video too. Houndoom's just awesome. Houndoom has, the Dark Fire is just such a cool typing. Because Fire types is probably one of my other most favorite types. But my 2 favorite types is Dark and Fire. So, having a Pokemon that's Dark and Fire, it's great in my book. So, Houndoom is just awesome. I've used Houndoom so many times. Houndoom has a Mega Evolution, which is just awesome. It looks even more badass than its Mega Evolution. Houndoom's just so cool. I just love Houndour. So Houndour is in the number 5 spot. Coming in the number 4 spot, we've got Hydreigon. Brutal. He's brutal. He is the brutal Pokemon. I just talked about Sharpedo being a brutal Pokemon. The other brutal Pokemon is Hydreigon. I'm so glad I can list both of them in the same video. Hydreigon is insane. The 3-headed dragon. Wow. When Hydreigon came out, most people lost their minds. You knew you were going to get that badass dragon, which you got in Axew, Fracture, and Haxorus. But then you get Dino as well as and Hydreigon. Wow. Hydreigon, not only is one of my favorite dark type Pokemon, Hydreigon would be one of my favorite dragon Pokemon. Hydreigon is insane. It's just, its moveset's amazing. When I first got Pokemon Black, which was the first, like, Pokemon Gen 5 game that I played, I used Hydreigon. I had to use Hydreigon. The only problem with it is that it's such a high level to evolve. But Hydreigon's just, other than that, like, it's worth it. Whereas when you get Hydreigon, he wrecks. The only problem is, being Dragon and Dark, it does have more weaknesses than a Pokemon that's pure Dragon. So that sucks. But you can easily counter, like, its weaknesses. Hydreigon just has a lot going for it. Hydreigon's just an insane, badass Pokemon who I just love. So Hydreigon is in number 4 spot. And the number 3 spot, we've got Weavile. Now, when I originally made my list for top 5 dark Pokemon, Weavile wasn't in it. Weavile was one of the honorable mentions. When I was playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire recently, because I made the list before I played Alpha Sapphire, and in Alpha Sapphire, like, I'd already done through Omega Ruby, and I'd used, like, Pokemon I caught on Omega Ruby, played it just, like, the way I would playing a Hoenn region game. When I got Alpha Sapphire, I tried to do something different, which I've mentioned in the past. I tried to do, like, one Pokemon that I don't use much from all 6 generations, and then I made like a good-natured young version of each of these 6 generations of Pokemon, and I put them, like, for me to start with when I played Alpha Sapphire. One I used for Gen 4 was Weavile, which is kind of cheating, I guess, because it starts as a Gen 2 Pokemon, so I had 2 Gen 2 Pokemon to start with in Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, I used Weavile because I haven't used it much, and I love Weavile. I've always loved Weavile, even before I used it. And yeah, that's why it was going to be in my honorable mentions. But now I've actually used Weavile, I love Weavile. It's just amazing dual typing. It looks awesome. He's such a cool Pokemon. I love his design. It was such a quick Pokemon. It was easily one of my best Pokemon on my team in Alpha Sapphire. Weavile's just so awesome. I don't have much more to say. Weavile's got great moves, great design, great typing. It got everything going for it. So Weavile is in the number 3 spot. Coming in the number 2 spot, we've got Greninja. I mentioned Greninja in my top 5 water types. In fact, I believe Greninja was my number 1 water type. I was speechless when Gen 6 came out. Not like directly when Gen 6 came out, but when the starter final forms came out, like, I already liked Froakie. I thought Froakie was going to be cool. And I remember everyone trying to predict what, like, because you only saw what the first form of all the 3 stars were. People tried to predict what, like, the dual typings would be. And I think most people were wrong. Because a lot of people, when they saw Froakie, they thought possibly water fighting. It was either going to be pure water or water fighting. I don't think anyone thought water dark. Because seeing Froakie, I didn't think ninja. But Froakie turned into a ninja. A badass, powerful ninja frog. It's what we all wanted. It was just awesome. We already had a ninja Pokemon. We had Ninjask. But this is a proper ninja Pokemon. He looks like a ninja. His special attack is Water Shuriken, which he throws ninja stars of compressed water. Can you get cooler than that? Greninja is just insane. Water Dark, which I've stated is awesome. I talked about it with Sharpedo. Water Dark is just an awesome dual typing. It's just wow. Greninja, I was speechless when I saw Greninja. And then I see shiny Greninja. A black ninja frog. What? I don't have a shiny Greninja yet. Man, I want one though. I will not give up until I have a shiny Greninja of my own. It's insane. Greninja is so awesome. I'm looking forward to Ash is probably going to have a Greninja in the anime. I'm so excited. Greninja is definitely in my number 2 spot. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up for my number 1. A lot of you are probably not going to be happy with me when you see my number 1. But I love this Pokemon. And this is like the perfect example of my personal favorites. Let's just go to number 1. Number 1 dark type Pokemon for me is Umbreon. I love Umbreon. I said in my Psychic types I'd loved the Gen 2 evolutions, Espeon and Umbreon. I love them both. And I said I'll get to Umbreon. Umbreon's not only my favorite dark type Pokemon, Umbreon's probably one of my favorite Pokemon. Now, see, the funny thing about Umbreon is that I've hardly used Umbreon. I don't know why. Do not ask me why. Umbreon is it's mostly the design of Umbreon. It's awesome. One of my favorite designs in Pokemon. It's just got such a cool design. Shiny Umbreon, all the parts on it that's yellow become blue. It just looks amazing. I love Umbreon's attacks. I've looked up what its attacks are. It's awesome. I have used an Umbreon before. I've used it a couple of times. I've just not like recently used Umbreon, but I should. Because Umbreon is just, a lot of people complain about Umbreon. Just like, I think it's like in competitive play, Umbreon's just a real pain in the ass to battle. But that kind of makes it good though, like, because it pisses people off because it's just, yeah. Like, I can't talk too much because I don't do competitive play a whole lot. But Umbreon, just to me, first thing I saw Umbreon, I was in love with Umbreon. I just thought it was amazing Pokemon. And my opinion has not changed on Umbreon at all. There's not been a Dark-type Pokemon that has surpassed my love for Umbreon. Like, even Greninja. I told you, I was speechless when I saw Greninja. And I still like Umbreon more. It's just, I've loved Umbreon for years and my opinion has not changed. Umbreon, pure dark, cool attacks, awesome design. I don't have anything else to say about Umbreon. I just love Umbreon so much. Umbreon, to me, my personal favourite Dark-type Pokemon. Well, there you go. That's my top 5 Dark-type Pokemon. Now, of course, if you did not agree with my top 5, which a lot of you probably won't because you saw Umbreon, let me know your top 5 in the comment section below. And of course, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, guys. And next time we move on to... I'm not going to tell you what we're moving on to. I'll just say, if you like King Nappy, you'll like this next top 5. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.